Like she got knocked out. She was just like her eyes were
hell?
just fucking floating, dude. And I was like,
me off a Xanax, bro.
Lord. Well, this girl's. Wes was like, that girl looks like No Face from Spirited Away.
That's fucked up, dude.
I was like, God damn, but I see it.
Yeah,
and that's fucked up, but it's funny. Fucking Wes. And then I was like, but would you hit it?
Oh no! It's like, what is wrong with you?
He gave me the yes. No, so
in the spirit realm,
eyebrows.
maybe. In the spirit realm.
The spirit realm, yeah, probably. If I could turn into a dragon, maybe. And
fucking guy.
I can't show you like a fucking plate of pork, but
That small boy is drunk.
I'm drunk. D-R-U-N-K.
There's only one beer left.
I drank the vodka. I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days in excess.
What you drink, dude?
White Russian, thanks.
Welcome to the Local Drunks Podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Saul.
Hey everybody, this is Saul.
This is Daniel.
And this is the
Local Drunks Pod.
You're probably watching us on YouTube or listening to us on one of the many streaming services, but if you can, please find us at Instagram at
Local Drunks Pod.
If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, you could email them us to
shove them up your crank. I don't even know. It lost the last word there. Shove them where the sun don't shine. LocalDrunksPod@gmail.com.
And if you have any stories while anything crazy that happened at one of your shifts and like to tell us about it and don't mind your voice being on the podcast, you can hit us up at speakpipe.com/. Not just Instagram, though. You can find us on Snapchat, TikTok,
What do you think
TikTokers, everything.
Should we like primarily push Instagram? Because I feel like that's the one we're both most
That's the
active
one we're
on.
both mostly on. So like to stay the most up to date, like I just did our first Snapchat right now.
No shit.
While we were waiting for the thing. And we've had Snapchat for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, that's a hard one. That's for the kids.
And then TikTok's like the only time I'm posting anything on TikTok is if we're doing like a trailer.
It's the Local Drunks Podcast dance videos.
Yeah, so
that he does outside of each bar.
Two gentlemen over 30 dancing at each bar and then getting kicked out of each bar because we're dancing.
Sir, stop that.
Yes.
You're offending the customers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't get jealous of my hips and the way they move to the music.
And then we'll be like this, like, favorite cocktails.
Yeah. Ask a bartender.
Yeah. Can you imagine Anthony Bourdain on TikTok?
Oh, fuck no. He'd be just smoking, be like, turn that shit off.
He's like, would you stop with that bullshit?
10 million likes.
Yeah.
20 million reposts. To be him.
So yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, what have you been up to this last week, man?
Gone
anywhere special?
Did I dine anywhere special?
Did you go anywhere special?
Home.
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't. I have not. Dude, I've been grinding. Like this. Today was actually my first day off in like maybe 8 days. So that's nice.
Damn.
Yeah, and I only took it off because I needed to go to the doctor to finish up the vaccine list that I have for.
Nice.
Sorry to our conservative followers. For school.
That brain and that worm inside of RFK Jr.'s brain.
Telling him, no to vaccines. They're going to kill you.
Yeah, we need measles back.
We need to reinstate measles. It's a part of the big plan.
So I'll jump into it and then you could talk about your experiences there. But so we went to visit Daniel at his work the other day on Saturday. We went to
it's true.
Yeah, Gary Danko.
Restaurant Gary Dankus.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jerry Maguire. No, Gary Danko.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, the Danko. Yeah, he puts the Dank in Danko. And it was me, Spency Boys, Mr. Cheeks, and Wessel's Ian.
Mr. Cheeks himself.
Mr. Cheeks, yeah. And went over there, had a pretty good time. Had a very handsome bartender waiting on us, throwing us a couple of espresso martinis.
Let's read.
Instagram.com/Local
Drunks Pod.
It'll be under SF Spots.
Ooh, yes. Highlights.
Highlights.
Perfect.
And went over there, had some pretty good grub. Ended up stealing this guy from his job. He was off anyway, so we kidnapped him. But he put on his dancing shoes, and then we went down to Harlan Records, which was kind of a weird vibe. I mean, I think when we first went there, we really loved it.
Yeah.
But it was also because there weren't that many people in there.
It was nice and empty. We had a nice table. Mm-hmm. The ambiance was cool. The albums are spinning.
Yeah.
And then this time we went, it was like a 40+ fucking hangout bar where
meat market.
Yeah.
Kind of vibes.
It definitely had that vibe. Yeah. A meat market.
And there was just a bunch of young couples who were just kind of like
just eating each other's faces.
Yeah. It's the printer.
Oh,
and then, but no, that was definitely. I'd like to go back on maybe a slower night. But then also too, we showed up really late. Like we showed up like 30 minutes before closing.
Yeah.
And I think the bartender was kind of over it.
On
they
a
had a busy
Saturday.
night. They're kind of just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, who are these 4 yokels that come in?
And we
in
saw
suits?
that parklet. That parklet was
That
bust.
parklet was, yeah, it was
Bussin'.
Yeah, it was super busy.
It's pretty busy. Saturday night. It's to be expected.
Yeah. But yeah, Harlan's cool. I would still give it a shot, but maybe go when it's a little bit slower, just because.
Yeah.
Like we did get service really fast, but like I said,
I'll go on
the
Thursday.
bartenders were kind of like, eh.
I get it, man. I
Yeah,
totally get it.
dude, fucking yeah, end of the night, like
Dude,
before dickheads show up and want beer and cocktails.
Friday, Saturday for me is just like what do you want? Like what?
Exactly. We are also drinking the unofficial drink of
Unofficial,
the Local Drunk Spod, Baller Highballs.
Delicious.
Pretty good.
Love it.
But then we went to that. So we parked, and by we I mean Spencer parked with all of us in there.
And the
Fucking
1998 Honda Accord.
Yeah,
The finest of
in
vehicles.
2008. And he pointed that out. And then we walked down this alleyway and we see this like door with this red light and all these Irish flags and all these like, you know, beer signs and
Yeah.
stuff. And it was Jack. What was it called? It was called Jack. I'll look it up really fast. But we walk up and I'm like, oh shit, there's a bar around the corner from
I didn't
Harlan.
know that. I thought
and
that
I
was-
was like, holy crap. I go, what is this place? And I was like, wonder what time they close. And then you walked in. You just walked in. I was like, hey, we
I
should
just
hit this
wanna
place
see.
after.
I was just gonna ask what time he closed,
Yeah.
but it was still going.
No, it was cool. What'd you think of that spot?
I liked it. It's very chill. It's like a very good. Like if I worked in the area and I wanted to grab a drink without being bothered, I'd skip Harlan and I'd go there.
Yeah. No, it was actually like, dude, it's not even on maps, bro.
Damn.
It's got to be on maps. It's not even on maps.
What the hell?
No, it's right here.
I was like, I can find it in vicinity.
The Irish Bank.
Oh, the Irish Bank. Yes.
That's what it's called. Irish Bank. Pretty cool spot. I didn't know if that bartender was Slavic or like Irish. Like he'd just been here for
yeah.
so long, he was like losing his accent.
Yeah.
But we walk in, get a couple of pints of Guinness,
Pretty good.
get a couple of shots of whiskey. I think what'd you end up grabbing? You grabbed like
soda.
a whiskey soda.
Yeah.
And then Spencer didn't drink anything because he didn't want to. He was driving, and he wanted to wait for Harlan. But it was a cool spot, man. I would definitely go back to that spot. I think, or end my night there.
Yeah, it's a good place. Chill out.
Yeah, I talked to Wes about it after, and he was like, "Dude, I fucking love pubs." And I go, "Yeah, I really do too."
Yeah.
It's just something comforting about them. You kind of come in, and it wasn't like, you know, you go to Irish pubs and they're like way smaller and shit, like in Ireland and stuff, and like, and they have a little bit of a different feel. And like every single pub, anytime I've talked to someone from Ireland or England, and I talk to them about the pub itself, they're just like, "Oh, you guys don't have pubs." I'm like, "Well, we have something close, but like it's
similar.
It's different because we have nothing but space out here. So like, of course, it's gonna be bigger. And
Right.
of course, all this other stuff. But
Sorry, it's not an ancient building
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this building wasn't like erected by
where the founders of the
you
country
know,
scribbled on the fucking wall.
1483 and shit, and they built this shack and it's turned into this pub. That's been
This
there.
is where he had the idea.
And they've only been closed twice, and one of them was during a revolution.
yeah.
And but I'm like, yeah, like that bar was definitely really cool to go and check out. And then we left that bar, went to Harlan, hung out at Harlan for like 20, 30 minutes. Everyone's like, we're full, can't finish your drinks. I think Wes was like, I couldn't finish my old fashioned because I would have fallen over. So I finished it for him. I like how every single time we go out and people are like, all right, we got to go. Like everyone just shoves their drinks to me and I just start downing them.
You got mass over us, brother.
Dude, I do actually. Yeah,
You
I
can just
do.
fucking
I got
take
these-
it to the dome.
I got these childbearing hips. And
6'5".
Mm-hmm. All girth.
All girth, brother.
And fucking, and then we ended up driving away opposite direction. And next thing you know, Wes is like, House of Shields.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, Pagan Idol's right down the street, and he's like, nope.
No. He's like, we're
leaving.
going home.
And the next thing you know, Wes is like, well, House of Shields is around the corner. He was like, where? I can't even go to House
I felt
of Shields.
myself shift hard.
Yeah.
It almost broke my neck.
Yeah. Meet your buddy over there.
Yeah.
Fucking Sebastian. Dude, hella funny dude.
That dude's fucking
That dude's-
a G, bro. He's the one that trained me proper on how to do things.
No, that dude's a king behind the bar.
Yeah, he's actually from here. He worked at Market Hall. Was it Market Hall?
Market Hall, yeah.
Yeah, that's where he was a bartender. He ran that joint over there when he was like 21. We got to get him on here.
Yeah, we do. We have to hit him up.
Yeah, I'll get him on it.
Not on
I'll tell him
Monday.
on a Wednesday or something.
Yeah,
Monday?
tell him.
On
Not
Monday?
on a Monday. No, because he has to work at
Wednesday.
Danko on Mondays.
Damn, fuck. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, I got him with that joke though about your guys' fucking manager. Yeah, fucking, he walked away.
He's like, oh.
He's like,
Dude,
he's walked
working
away.
a shift for that
And he's
fucking
like-
guy, bro.
Yeah, he walked by and he was like, "You just here to fucking try out fucking
Yeah.
We're cheering about what's his name." I go, "Pretty much." I looked at him, I was like, "I'm so happy I got him."
Yeah.
But then we went to House of Shields, had some good cocktails, had some good conversation.
Delicious.
And then that freaking group of people showed up.
Dude, there's like a flash mob.
Yeah, dude, a ton of. Well, that wedding showed up, which was super weird. And Spenty Boy was getting all the looks from all the ladies.
Dude, I saw
Dude,
that.
it was wild.
You're breaking some necks out there with that
dude.
blazer.
I was just like, do we need to move, ladies, so you could have at it? Start with the cheeks. You won't be disappointed.
Devour it. It's called the
Yeah.
Donner Party.
Yeah, seriously, dude. That's where the most meat's at. It's like that Argentinian soccer team that fucking.
Dude, that's crazy that's real life. That's crazy.
And then that group of people show up, and then that girl tries to fall asleep at the bar.
Oh,
like, remember I go to the
that's
restroom and you walk in
right.
like, oh, the guy next to me we walk to the restroom and there's a urinal, which is a huge urinal.
Dude,
it's like
what
an
is that?
old-style
It's like a
urinal.
body
It's fucking
urinal.
massive.
I was like,
dude.
damn.
You could lay in that thing.
There's a coffin that they
dude,
tilted
it's like
sideways and put a spout into.
It's a bathtub. And it's fucking-
Yeah, that's what it was. They took the bathtub,
and
just
that's
fucking cut it out.
Dude, nuts.
It was huge.
And then I look over and there's a dude on the toilet, but he's not there's no separator between the toilet and the urinal.
Nice.
But he's like leaning up against the wall. Over the toilet, just peeing, just hands against the wall,
Nice.
like one whole arm against it, and the other one like that. And I'm like, "Fuck, this guy's going through it." And I
He's
say
straight
just like that out
struggling.
loud, and he just grunts. So I just pee, and then you walk in. I'm like, "Oh," you're like, "Oh, sorry," and you back out. And then I get down, I'm like, "Hey, I'll be done in a second, man." And I wash my hands. I walk out. I was like, "Hey," I was like, "You see this girl over here? I think she's asleep." And you're like, "No, I didn't see her." I go, "I think she's in the booth. I'm gonna go double check and I'll tell you, buddy."
Yeah, she was knocked the fuck out.
So I walk by, and yeah, dude, she's like asleep.
Damn.
So then I walk up, I'm like, "Hey, sad man," I was like, "Fucking, there's a lady asleep over there." And he's
Yeah.
like, "What?" And I go, "There's a lady asleep over there." I go, "I think you should." And he was like, "No." And he throws his towel down and walks over. He goes,
I've never-
Excuse me, you can't let her sleep here. You
Yeah.
guys have to leave."
Damn.
And then I walk back. I'm like, "Oh, damn, that sucks." And he was like, "Dude, they spent like they ordered like 3 waters and like a soda. Like, fuck those people."
What the
He
fuck?
was like, "They can go fall asleep somewhere."
Were they
else."
travelers or
And that's
what?
what he told them. He was like, "You guys can fall asleep somewhere else. You
Yeah.
guys can leave."
No, motherfucker
So they
tell
all
you.
got up, and dude, that girl who was asleep was like, "Look, she got knocked out." She was just like, her eyes
the
were just
hell?
fucking floating, dude. And I
Me
was
off
like,
of- me off of
"Good
Xanax, bro."
Lord. I'm like, this girl's. Wes was like, that girl looks like No Face from Spirited Away.
That's fucked up, dude.
I was like, God damn, but I see it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's fucked up, but it's funny. Fucking Wes. And then I was like, but would you hit it? though?
It's like, what is wrong with
He
you?
gave me the yes. No, so
In the
he gave me
spirit realm,
eyebrows.
maybe. In the
Yeah,
spirit
the
realm.
spirit realm, yeah, probably. If I could turn into a dragon, maybe. And
Fucking guy.
okay, she'll eat you like a fucking plate of pork, bud.
There you go.
And
Knocked out cold. Gets kicked out.
Kicked out. Jesus.
What a shit show.
And then we end up heading home. Drop you guys off. I fall asleep. He drops me off. Thanks, Mr. Cheeks.
Yeah.
Fucking always a bud.
Yeah. Rocking it like a champion.
But earlier that day, before we went to 2 spots during the day, we went to this place called Birdhouse. It's a little tap room in Union City.
Oh,
Pretty cool
shit.
spots, all outdoors. They had like a DJ. It was going off, dude.
Banging.
And then right next door to it, the public park, and they were having a breakdancing competition.
What the fuck?
So, like all these like Filipinos and Chinese kids like
Oh,
just
shit.
twirling. And I'm like, God damn, this
Nice.
is community.
Still better than the Olympics.
But the reason why we went over there, and I was like, "Where's Ray Gun at?" I was like yelling across the street, "Where's Ray Gun? Ray Gun!" My wife saw pulling me and shit. She's like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't be an idiot." I'm like, "I am an idiot. That's why you married me."
That's the whole point.
Yes, but we ordered some food from Verisat, this Indian cuisine spot. Very delicious. I do recommend it.
In Union City?
In Union City, yeah. It's on the main strip. I think Alvarado turns into like Union City Boulevard or something like that.
Okay.
And it's just right there. It's super small hole in the wall, no alcohol. But because
good
we're
ass food.
looking to get a beer, we ordered. Well, I showed up and the guy's like, "Oh, it's gonna be like 15 more minutes," and I was like, "You have beer?" And I looked around, there's no beer. So we walked around the street to the pizza spot I talk about all the time, Bronco Billy's. They had the oldest looking bar in the world. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, "You want to try somewhere else?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." So we got to Birdhouse, and I was like, "Yeah, I just like knew that they would have the oldest beer on tap,
Yeah.
the dirtiest glasses for it, and would probably get sick."
Yo,
I
fuck.
was like, so we went to Birdhouse. They had like 24 beers or some shit on tap.
Damn.
DJ, kids running around, like all these yard games and shit. Good spot. Definitely want to go back. And they're right next to this pupusa spot I want to go back and try next time.
Fuck.
Shit looked El Salvadorian spot. Looked hella good.
Them thick pupusas.
And then, but that's it. That's pretty much what I did.
Sounds like a sick
So
ass
not
weekend.
much. I've really been up to much.
No running around this week.
Running around this week.
No
other than
48
that.
hours in fucking
40 hours.
Fremont.
Yeah, it'll be mostly Indian and Taiwanese.
No,
spots,
fuck
if I did
yeah.
that.
I'll fuck with some Taiwanese
fucking-
food. Some of that
fucking-
beef noodle soup.
Dude, it'd be fucking gaining 80 pounds in one weekend just from
Easily.
starches alone.
Did you watch anything?
No, I honestly haven't had that much time to watch anything at all. Yeah, no, I haven't really had any time. I don't think I've really watched anything.
Television?
I haven't. I think I've watched one thing. It was like 2 episodes of Reacher,
Uh-huh.
and then on Amazon, and then Amazon were for sale. And but other than that, I haven't
we got a
watched
contract. It's in
any
an email
food
right now.
stuff. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Amazon. Thanks, Bezos.
Bezos.
I'll be on your rocket anytime.
Now we're in an alt-right podcast, guy.
We own the Post. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
So hey, watch the Post for sale. And and then
What vaccine?
but other than
Like
that,
them?
and I've been reading a lot. Like I read The Idiot, and I read I started reading in Seattle. Finally finished that. I've been reading
Nice.
some Baldwin.
Nice.
Yeah,
I gotta
man.
read more. I gotta read more. You guys are influencing me to read more. Everybody
Yeah.
here's reading a lot, and I've been reading the same book for like 2 years because I just started another book, then I jumped to another book.
Sometimes Dr. Seuss can be a little. You know what I mean?
It's a little challenging, man.
Challenging, dude.
Left foot, right foot.
It's the way he rhymes.
I'm just like, damn, bro, sick ass rapper.
Anyway, this guy has fucking just pages and pages of fucking rhymes. Yes, they've all been published.
Tell him if Doom got a sign, bro.
Yeah,
Never got signed.
but I definitely want to hit. There's a couple of wine bars I want to hit. I went through a wine bar stint a couple weeks ago, or last episode. But there's a couple of places I want to hit in San Francisco within the next week.
You going to the Saison one?
And then,
You gonna go to the Saison one?
Saison?
The Saison wine bar cafe?
Oh no, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, I think it just opened.
Oh
actually.
yeah. No, I have heard of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just opened last weekend. They did a soft opening, and then they opened for real. I think today, yesterday
I
or
was
today.
supposed to go on last 2 Tuesdays ago or last Tuesday.
Yeah.
But my buddies ended up
It's
changing
those
their
2
mind.
French dudes, right?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
the
I
one?
think one of them's Mark Bright.
Oh no, this is a completely different spot than I'm thinking.
Yeah.
about.
It's all Saison group, same people, same players.
Oh okay.
Funny. I got a funny story to tell you off the camera for that one.
Okay. We'll tell it after we get done, and then it'll be on Patreon.com/
Local Drunks Pie.
$1, $5, $10. $1 gets you the episodes early. $5 actually gets you all the extra content,
Gets you
and
the
also
tip.
$10 gets you just butthole shots. No, just
Bye.
yeah. Just wait, Dave. Those are coming straight to your inbox. My inbox is coming into your inbox, bud.
There you go.
And then
Marked as spam.
marked as No, you can definitely put your spam in there. That's for sure. And then this is my spam mail. Yeah, he's like, I'm married, gentlemen. Calm down. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Yep. So half the guys get arrested.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Saison Cafe. Jesus Christ.
I'm just
Add it to the
saying.
list, but I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
you said you're gonna hit a Virgil at some point as well.
I'm gonna you. Which actually segues to our first our first story, I guess. So we'll jump right into the news.
Yeah.
Go for it, man.
Beep, 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 beep. So, I guess we should just segue straight into the Michelin shit then, huh?
Yeah, we'll say
Michelin comes to San Francisco, gives out some shout outs. Saul has the list. Is that correct?
I do have the list. Hold on, I'll pull it up right now. I opened like 28 windows. 'cause I'm
Not
an old
stars.
man!
Not stars yet.
Yeah, it just mentions like places they just released a new guide for the year, and they added 15 additions to its California guide,
Ooh.
including 7 Bay Area restaurants. Doesn't mean they got a star or they got a Bib Gourmand. It just means like, hey, Michelin also just has a list of, hey, these are restaurants you should probably visit.
Hey, go look at
And
this.
some of them are places that we've actually talked about before. You'll recognize some of the names if you are a hardcore Local Drunks Pod fan, or if you just
all four of you
like food. Yeah, all 4 of you. I know we lost my mom. Anyway,
No.
so it's just 3 of you guys. But I'll read them out right now. 4 Kings,
Nice.
Prelude, The Wild, and Verjus.
Verjus.
So those are the 4 from San Francisco area.
Okay. I don't know if I don't know anything about Prelude or the Wild.
Me neither.
But maybe we should look into them.
Yeah, 4 Kings was actually named the Esquire's Restaurant of the Year last year. Prelude is a Southern-inspired fine dining restaurant on the ground floor of the J Hotel. They serve fried chicken wings stuffed with andouille, dirty
Ooh.
rice, and pimento cheese.
Ooh,
Garnished with trout roe. Fuck, we gotta go there.
this actually looks really good.
Yeah, and then Selma's the Wild celebrates the natural world with live fire cooking and a Japanese-influenced California-style menu. Dude, live fire is still like crazy. Remember, like it was huge like a decade ago.
I love
and
it,
then
man.
It went off because it was live fire cooking was kind of like a Basque type thing, and then like Australia picked it up because that dude who lived in the Basque country like moved to it.
Yeah.
Moved to Australia and brought it there, and then like it kind of caught wind for a second, and I think COVID kind of killed it off, and now it's like
shit.
making a big comeback.
Yeah, I love to see it. The flavor is fantastic. Like Angler when they cook meat protein,
Yeah.
saison. Now Quince because when they remodeled, they added one of the Hurston.
Yeah.
But I love the
Well, I
flavor
think I
that it
saw it
imparts.
more over at.
Yeah,
when
when
you
we
went
went to the
over there,
kitchen.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's we got a nice little. We'll have to do that one time next time and like see if we could record just the kitchen.
Oh, that'd
and
be
talk about the
sick.
stations. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be hella sick, actually.
Verjus, of course, it's the hottest new wine bar. They closed
So hot
They
right now.
closed during the pandemic and then reopened up finally.
Yeah, it's been a while.
French Bistro Fair.
It's so hot right now.
Outside of that, you have Sun Moon Studio in Oakland, a tiny fine dining spot on an industrial block of West Oakland that San Francisco Chronicle named its best restaurant to open in the Bay in 2024. God damn, that's fucking heavy.
What's it called?
It's called Sun Moon Studio
I don't even think I never heard of it. West Oakland?
in West Oakland. Yeah,
Man, where have we been?
dude, where the fuck have we been? At June's and Bricks, and that's about it. Arguing that. What did I say? No whites before. No whites. Whites until 9. Fucking, wait,
Yeah,
you went
shit.
crazy when I said that line. Baked items like savory egg tarts with salmon roe, steamed brioche buns, and closing Taiwanese sausage are highlights. Table culture provisions, a cozy 10-seat spot in Petaluma, and Enclose, an 1880s Victorian house turned fine dining destination in Sonoma, also made the list.
Oh yeah.
The one I don't agree with being Bay Area is Stationary in Carmel by the Sea.
Stationary?
Stationary.
I don't think I've been there.
Stationary probably deserves to be on the list. But I don't believe Carmel by the Sea is Bay Area. That's like Monterey Bay.
Yeah, that's a
This
little
is
far.
Bay's. It's not Bay's area.
Bay's
it's-
area.
Bay.
All the
Bay
bays.
Area.
Did,
It's only San Francisco Bay Area?
Did Chez Noir get mentioned? They have a star, actually,
No.
I think, don't they?
I think they do.
I think they got a star, yeah. That's Johnny Black's
And then in Los
restaurant.
Angeles, Bar Etoile, Cusano, Mori Nozomi, Rasaruma, Restaurant Key, Celine, and Tomat. They don't have any information on what those are. But those are in SoCal. Congratulations, guys, who've been mentioned.
Nice,
This is
dude.
a huge boost. Anyone who's been eyeing those places to go and visit anytime soon, good luck getting in now.
Yeah, fuck, seriously.
Verjus is interesting because it is a walk-in only.
yeah,
but
they're
they
trying to
even
make it-
say on the website, like, if you don't show up at opening, you probably aren't getting in.
Yeah, no, it gets crazy in there.
Yeah, I bet.
There's money to be made, though.
Money to be made.
Dude, this place is 150. This place, Sun Moon Studio in Westo, is 150 a person.
God dang,
plus
is it like
20%.
a tasting?
It's a full blown tasting menu. I had no idea this even
Damn.
existed.
Me either. I've never heard of it.
What the hell?
And I have my finger on the pulse of East Bay eats.
They snuck by us like a virus.
Good Lord.
Damn, bro. Let's see information about these people. Carcage, children. No children allowed
That makes sense.
because it's a long tasting menu.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, no, it's funny because we went to go sit down at Dank's and we were at the bar. And I was like, I told everyone, like, we'll probably be free around 11:30. And Wes is like, not that long. Dude, we roll at like 11:30.
Yeah.
I was like, I told you, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, have you never had a tasting menu before? They take hours.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
Hours,
It takes
man.
a minute, brother. Fucking guy. Well, maybe we have to make a visit over here.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Well, we do 48 hours in East Bay. We'll see if we can get a reservation there and hit it. Maybe because I wanted our fancy place to be Burdell, but maybe it'll be.
I'm over the whole southern elevated. I was like, southern
That seems
food is
to be like
southern
a-
food is meant to be. It's like Thai food, right? It's like
It's home
homely. It's delicious. It's
Inexpensive.
inexpensive. It's a lot, and it's just like your
Yeah.
grandma should be making it for you.
Yeah.
Not to say that there's anything wrong with it. I just don't
I'm
want to
not
pay
saying
for
it's
it.
delicious, but it's just. It's. Yeah. There is like this. It's just like, oh, it's elevated Mexican. And you're paying like
Right.
$28 for a quesadilla.
Yeah.
You're paying $150 for a.
In the situation of like Californios, like I can understand that because they do all kinds of crazy stuff in there.
Yeah.
But even then, I have trouble justifying it.
Yeah.
But I'll check it out one of these days.
Yeah.
So yeah, delicious restaurants.
Yeah, very happy with that list. Very happy that they got mentioned. We were big proprietors of Four Kings last summer.
Yeah, I love those fucking
Always
guys.
pushed them. We had if you go to I think SF spots, you'll see them in there.
My shitty ass photos.
Shitty ass photos.
Dude,
Delicious.
those things are rough.
Dude, in all honesty, man, it's fine. And so next business or next news, you want to take it?
Yeah, sure. The CEO of RNDC vacates. So, what's his name? Nick Mahal left his position as CEO. It's effective immediately, as announced on February 26th. So, this is now months ago? Is that what's right?
No, it was like 2 weeks ago.
It's 2 weeks ago, February? I don't even know what month I'm in right now. Oh, yeah, it's still the beginning of March, isn't it? And Bob Hendrickson is being appointed starting the 3rd of March.
Last Tuesday.
That was last Tuesday. Okay. Reasons for his departure are not explicitly stated, but potential contributing factors include the board's commitment to accelerating growth in 25 and the need for stability to suppliers and customers. They lost distribution agreements with Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Damn, they lost distribution with Tito's.
That's pretty big.
Tito's was the only thing they were pushing ever.
Oof.
That's a hard loss.
Oof. No wonder.
Tito's was like the number one selling product.
I wonder what happened.
Tito's has this weird thing. Okay, so a little inside information when you're actually.
Ooh.
This is why we did this podcast, right? So Tito's would have this thing like if you bought a certain amount of Tito's, they would give you like a case or 2 cases or 3 cases free.
Yeah.
So when I worked at this country club, we only carried Tito's in all of our wells because we just bought so much of it. Like Tito's only cost us like $5 or $7 a bottle.
Yeah.
And we'd buy it quarterly. We'd buy like
Big ass pallet.
fucking 20, 30, 40 cases of it at a time. And it ended up working out in our favor. Plus Tito's was so large that there were very strict rules when it comes to distribution and what you can give out for free. Nothing over $5 is like pretty much the rule.
Damn.
So you can't give away anything like, oh, I want to give you a sweatshirt. Well, it costs us $7 to make it, so I can't give it to you because that could be seen as favoritism. Like we're trying to buy shelf space and also space on the menu.
Uh-huh.
But Tito would work it out. Tito's would work it out in a way to where like they would make their bottles like $5 a case, or $5 a bottle, and then they would give you like bottles for free if you bought a certain amount of bottles.
Okay.
But they would do all these things where they just throw you shit for free and merchandise and all this other stuff. But they had so much money that they would just pay their fines.
Damn.
They just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So they'd get fined by the TTB or all these other people, and they'd be like, "That's cool, just
But
we'll
now
just pay it."
that's how you
and
take
then they
over
also
an
had
industry.
a team of lawyers who would just talk that down.
Damn, that's
and then
crazy.
they would just end up paying it. So like that's why Tito's was everywhere. But it's wild that RNDC lost Tito's because Tito's is still a major player now.
Yeah.
And us working for, a purveyor of spirits, someone who makes their own spirits and stuff and distributes them and stuff.
Yeah.
Through the smaller guys. It's surprising to me that RNDC would drop that bag. They fucking fumbled the bag for sure. There's no wonder why that guy resigned. Give him the golden parachute. Forced resignation. And someone else was
a few $1 million to just say, hey, get out of here.
Yeah, dude. No, it's nuts because it's technically like that's what makes that company money is someone like Tito's.
Lost its
like
money maker,
Tito's, dude. Everyone fucking drinks Tito's.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I mean it's in our well too.
It's not even and you guys as well. Yeah,
we
for
have
sure.
fucking pallets of it,
dude. Yeah, and it's because you guys buy so much of it, it's super fucking cheap.
Yeah, that and the guy that was
and
running
it's not
it.
even super great.
No, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah,
it's just a neutral spirit.
And I think Brown Forman actually signed up with Reyes Coca-Cola distributing.
Did it really?
Yeah. So those guys are like hiring salespeople like crazy right now. Only paying hourly rates though.
Since
super
they also.
crazy.
Damn, really? So if you're working OT like a motherfucker?
Yeah.
So Tito's and Brown Forman is who they lost in April and May.
That's nuts.
April
1st and May 1st. So April 1st they lose Tito's. May 1st this year they lose Brown Forman. That's nuts.
Brutal. Broader industry challenges. Declining spirits, depletions of revenue in the U.S. because people just aren't drinking as much, I guess.
Yeah.
Potential implications of RNDC company, leadership transition, and uncertainty while company searches for a permanent CEO.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll be able to come back from that. I think they wanted to merge with somebody else, but like there was an antitrust thing, so they weren't able to. RNDC. But in all honesty, I don't know how you recover from losing 2 large accounts like that. And then who the hell did Tito's go to?
That's a great question. Let's find that out.
Yeah, because whoever gets them, it's like you might as well just go and buy a gold Mercedes right now or a
Right.
gold Benz right now. You know what I mean? A Rolls Royce. I said Mercedes and I said Benz. Same car. No, that's not so that they lose that. I didn't read that part in the article. I skimmed it though.
Reyes Beverage Group began handling Tito's.
Damn, so Ray's got them and Brown Foreman?
Probably.
Fuck.
Let's see.
Sorry, kiddos.
Yeah.
That's an adult word. Don't say that. No, that's nuts, dude.
They're like, woo, we're rich.
damn.
Who else
Yeah,
does
no.
Reyes represent or distribute?
They said
It's
Coke.
crazy how this
All right.
is so political.
Yeah. That's nuts to me. Jeez Louise. Well, by golly,
Yeah, that's a
that's
lot.
some news.
Hear ye? Oh no, what does they say? Hear? I can't
Yeah,
even
hear ye,
remember the
hear
word.
ye,
Hear
yeah.
ye, hear ye.
Yeah. That's freaking funny.
Wild.
Dang, that is nuts, dude. It's a whole new day in distributing. Yeah.
Good.
in
I
all
mean, they always
honesty.
turn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the power is always transition.
Yeah.
Let's see now. Wild times.
You know,
And who's our guys now? Oh, that doesn't matter.
it's one of
Crazy.
those things that's like,
Well, you fuck around, you find out.
you know, well, they had this big, huge upheaval in the last like 2 or 3 months because they were firing all the middle management. Like they were scaring off or forcing their biggest guys who were making the most money off of them because they didn't want to do any bonus payouts. So
Really?
they're trying to save all this money. So
Oh
they're
my
forcing
God,
all these
dude.
dudes into like early retirement and all this other shit. And then they're also firing other people, or people were just leaving because it was like this fucking distributor.
So it sounds like it was time to drive up
Yeah.
their annual revenue.
Yeah.
And so they were like, how do we make these budget cuts?
Yeah.
It's the same thing Ecolab's doing right now as well.
Oh, yeah?
They're basically fudging the numbers by trying to take away people like marketing people's. Got a buddy who works marketing, or not marketing, but account managing over there.
Uh-huh.
And they readjusted the payment and bonus payouts. So basically they lost a bunch of money as a salesperson and somebody that
Jesus.
just does the day-to-day. And they took it more for the revenue, counting it in. And I was just like, I'm pretty sure it's a fraud. And
Yeah,
they're
it
just-
is.
And he's just like, yeah, I don't know, man, but I'm leaving. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, that's so fucked. I mean, corporations corporate, man. That's what they do. That's
Yeah. If they're on the stock market, they're always going to focus on profit over people.
it's public.
And it's just shitty.
Yeah. They have to. I mean,
Yeah.
it's part of the agreement of going public, right? Shareholders get to priority.
They have they
you pass me a
need their
tissue?
money. Yeah, I'll twice tissue.
Oh, God, I'm just so sad.
You have an issue? Grab a tissue.
Yeah. Ooh, lotion.
No, but it's definitely like no. But yeah, all that gutting of all those people who were like major players, because Young's had built such a huge reputation for quality and like service and all this stuff, and then when RNDC came through and bought them out because SGS was so much bigger and they wanted a bigger market share, they lost all that. A lot of those guys jumped ship.
Oh, shit.
Went to even smaller guys like Maverick and Breakthrough and all these other other places.
Just for a better
But
work environment?
Just, I think because they were afraid. I think a lot of those experienced dudes knew what was coming.
Oh, yeah.
So of course, you lose all these experienced guys. You hire all these new people, and you have them coming out there, and they don't exactly know what the hell's going on. And then next thing you know, you're losing market share and all this other stuff. And then like just people getting fired. Just like why? Well, we have all this middle management, and they just don't like. The people above them can technically do their job, so let's just fire them, and that'll
Make the
save
other
us
two.
this much pay,
Ugh.
and that would allow us to do whatever the hell we want or expand into the markets, this and that. And it's just, and you end up losing that on-site premise, like that on-site, simple touches of like, hey, we are here for you. Let us
Yeah.
know. In all honesty, the worst thing running bars and restaurants my whole life, like most of my adult life, the worst thing I can see on a day, whether I'm busy or not, is a salesperson coming through the door. Like that room, that almost like, what do you want?
Oh, fuck.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you want from me?
Like, here we go.
I'm doing inventory. I'm doing this and that. I'm about to put my order in. Like, what do you need from me?
Yeah.
And like the worst thing is like whenever those liquor reps from the distributors wouldn't accompany specialty, or distillers.
Uh-huh.
So like, there's multiple times I've worked at a spot in like a random rum company from like Jamaica or not Cuba, but like
Yeah.
Puerto Rico or something like that would just show up and be like, hey, we make rum. Like,
Yeah.
we're from the Dominican. We make rum. Like, you should try it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. And we'll try it. Like, so how many cases do you want? I'm like, this isn't how that works.
Yeah.
Also, like, why are you here without your distributor?
Yeah.
Well, he told me to come by, and like, especially when I worked at the hotel, and they'd be like, well, I'm staying here. So they just said, like, oh, you're staying there. You should just hit the bar manager up and see if he wants some rum. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, we don't sell that much rum here.
Yeah.
We're like a Spanish tapas restaurant. So
Yes,
that's
let
the
me get the rum,
last thing
please.
on our menu. And, I'd taste some really good stuff, and they'd be like, oh, do you have any room? Like, how much do you want? I'm like, I don't have the room for you.
Yeah.
Like, we sell a lot of wine here.
Yeah.
And that's what we primarily carry. Like, we have a full back bar.
Yeah.
But wine is what moves the most, and that's what we change out every other month. So if you carried wine, it'd be no problem. Like, I'd
Right.
totally get you one. But I'm
Yeah.
not going to
Rotate it
buy
in.
a case of your rum and do
Sit
a
on it.
cocktail for you
Yeah.
and it not move. So I'm sorry. But it was irritating because I'm just like, this salesperson knows what we're about.
Yeah.
But they're sending these people blindly into
Ew,
us for
gross.
me to say no. And it's just like, but the shitty part is, if that person convinces me to buy a case of something or
Mm-hmm.
2 bottles or 3 bottles of something, the salesperson gets the bonus.
Oh, no
'Cause that's-
shit.
Because they're like, oh, hey, I just got this and this. Like, I just moved all this shit.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something that's like, this month we need to move this.
So what you're describing is an MLM, dude.
Yeah, pretty much. This month we need to move this, and if we sell this much mezcal, or we sell this much tequila, or if we sell this much this and that, and you hit this quota, you're gonna get this much bonus. Or if you boost your sales by $2,000,
Yeah.
you're gonna get this bonus. And that's why you get like a lot of people, like it happens a lot in the beer world. They'd be like, hey, if I put this handle of Samuel Adams on,
Uh-huh.
I get $300.
Yeah.
So I'll give you $100 of that.
That makes sense.
And they'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, Sam Adams is on. Or like as a Sam Adams are for sale. But as an example, or if you get this handle of Firestone Walker, who's owned by Duvel, which is a huge beer making corporation,
Yeah.
on you'll get this much money.
So incentive.
And they're like, okay, so you're getting $350 a handle or $250 a handle. So they'll walk in and be like, hey, I'm getting not $250, I'm getting $100 a handle if you throw a handle on, and I'll throw you $50. Just give me the month.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then people will do that.
So it's just all kickbacks.
Yeah, dude.
That's funny.
So it's just.
Yeah, that's
I have
how,
a long history with Firestone anyway. I'll tell the story after you say something.
That's how we ended up with a pallet of fucking Tito's.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, hey, you buy this much Tito's, I get a bonus, and I'll throw you some cash.
Yeah.
I'll throw you a kickback.
Yeah.
And that's how and that's kind of the underbelly or the underside of distributorship.
For sure.
And it's not healthy for the industry because then you end up blocking out smaller guys or guys who've been there forever who actually make really good product.
Right.
And they just don't
But
get
it's
a focus.
quantity that matters
Because
most.
like these smaller guys can't give bonuses like that.
No,
you
yeah.
can't be like, oh, hey, like this week, this month, if you sell $1,000 extra at Tito's, guess what? We'll fly you out to Austin or wherever the fuck they're from.
Yeah.
And you can get a tour with your family and we'll give you $1,000. And you're like, cool. And you walk around, you'll be like, hey, you walk around to every single location and you're like, if you order 4 cases, I'll give you $50.
Yeah.
If you order 5 cases, I'll give you $75. Like
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then that's what drives the market.
Push for the
And this is
incentive.
like shit that people don't like to talk about in the industry.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's kind of gross.
Mhm.
And it's unfair.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things that like, it's an everyday occurrence. And you
Right.
could look at any industry in general, not just restaurants.
Right.
And that shit's happening.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
It all trickles down, right?
Yeah.
Trying to push shit, so you just give them more of this, more of that.
If it's from the pickle, it trickles. And
Hell yeah, brother.
yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So fucking hell.
Well, fuck. Nice short and sweet one.
I think so. Yeah, that's like 40 minutes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, fuck it.
Keeping it short and sweet. We're trying to not digress so much.
Yeah, not ramble as much.
That's the best part.
So anyway, my quick story about Firestone.
Oh, yeah,
And I
yeah.
love Firestone. Like, I've met David Walker a few times. It was actually really funny because when my daughter was born,
Uh-huh.
a couple of months into that, we went to a beer conference and we saw David Walker and we walked up to him and my wife's like, I think that's David Walker. And he's like a very handsome British man, slim fit, like a British McConaughey.
Oh, yes.
And she's just like,
Righto,
hold on,
righto,
give
righto.
me Ella. So she grabs Ella and she walks up to him. And
Can you
she
kiss my baby?
goes, can you sign my baby? And he goes, excuse me? And he goes, can you sign my baby? We're huge fans. And then he's like, his eyes got all big, and she was like, I'm just fucking with you. Can we get a picture though? So we got a picture of him and shit. So then 3 or 4 years later, I'm at this food expo in Fresno, and Firestone Walker's there.
Oh shit!
And I walk up, and I was like, oh yeah, I've met Walker, and I've met him a few times after that and shit.
Yeah.
Or, one time before and like one time after.
Yeah.
And I walk up to him, and he looks at me, and he looks back, and he's talking to everyone. He looks at me, and he was like, "You look familiar." And I go, and he goes, "I'm trying to place you." And I go, "My wife walked up to you and asked you to sign our baby." And he was like, "That's it. That's it. You fucking, yes, that's right." And he starts laughing, and he goes, "How is your daughter?" I go, "She's really good, thanks. We changed her name to Walker, but that's fine."
Hell yeah.
But anyway, yeah, good dude.
That's a good way to remember somebody.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they
Would
were.
you sign my baby?
Yeah. They just signed my baby, yeah. But they were bought up by Duvel. I was telling Maya the story earlier. I go, when Duvel or someone like huge wants to buy you and you say no, then they do the conniving thing. It was like, oh, you had all this hop shipment from South Africa? Well, we're going to buy all the hop producers in South Africa.
Damn.
And now you don't get it. Oh, you had
Johnny
all this
Rockefeller
malt coming from this spot? Well, we bought all the malt out.
He's
So
like,
now
look at
you
me.
can't get it.
We own
so
the
either
malt
we
now.
could keep doing that until you lose so much money we buy you for pennies.
Yeah.
Or you can sell out.
They're like,
right
just
now
give us the
for this
business.
much money, and we'll still let you sit at the head and make
Damn.
decisions.
Scandalous buyout.
And that's just what they end up doing. And
Yeah.
that happens a lot in beer. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens a lot in
That's
fucking
corporations, baby.
Yeah, it probably happens a lot in every industry. I wouldn't be surprised it happens a lot in liquor, and it happens a lot in all other stuff.
Yeah.
But beer is one of the things like very prevalent, especially these bigger guys from Europe. They'll come through and be like,
Well, we own all the malts now,
Yeah.
so like, good luck getting some.
yeah, pretty much. So anyway.
Fuckers.
Anyway,
That's hella funny. Good story.
yeah, thanks, man. This is Saul,
I am Daniel.
and you've been listening to the
Local Drunks Podcast.
You can find us on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube's X, all those good things. I don't think we're supposed to X. And at
Twitter.
Twitter, yeah.
X Twitter. Local Drunks Pod.
If you want to throw us some change and keep this thing running, keep the lights on. We just got the really big light, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/
Local Drunks Pod.
It'll actually get you the episodes about 24 hours early, get you 2 extra episodes a week, pretty much, the pregame and some other stuff that I'm slapping together from all these other things, recordings-wise. And then also get you Daniel's trip to Taiwan. I'm almost done with the Seattle trip. I was almost done with it, and then that program I was using crashed.
No.
And I just haven't had the will to go back
too?
to it. But I need to go back to it. It's like a little 10-minute episode.
Building the faith and the tolerance to just reopen that application after something like that happens.
Rough, dude.
It's devastating.
Yeah.
You're just like, I did so much.
Yeah, and it's been super bad. But we're also planning another 48 hours trip in San Francisco, hopefully the end of the month. And what else are we doing? Oh, and then Patreon. You have a good story to tell us, or you have any concerns, questions, or comments about the podcast? Fucking keep it to yourself. Actually.
Yeah, seriously.
But you can email us at localdrunkspod@gmail.com. And then if you have a good story and you don't mind your voice being heard, feel free to hit us up at speakpipe.com/localdrunkspod.
Let your voice be heard.
But yeah, thank you guys very
Tell
much.
us some cool stories.
Yeah, tell us some cool stories, man. We love shitty stories. I've been doing some deep dives on Reddit, and I have a long list of just crazy stories or whatever. So we'll start talking about that next week.
Start doing advice like Stavros.
Yeah, we'll do it. Leave them, and then come sleep with me.
Next.
No. Stavros. Next.
That's to you, Stavros.
That's All right, that's also yes. Leave them, Stavros, and come sleep with us. God damn it.
Come to the dark side.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, brother.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys very much. Have a good night.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Local Drunks Podcast. Tune in next week to hear more about what we drank, ate, and what belligerent things we got into. Until then, sip something nice.